So good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. It's so good to see your beautiful smiling face. I
You.
I know you, but there might be some people who might be watching this and not know you. So can you tell me just a little bit about who you are?
Sure. My name is Patricia Hunter. I live in Seattle, Washington. I am an ordained Baptist minister. And I work with American Baptists and National Baptists. I'm married to the Reverend Dr. Renee McCoy. I am also a certified financial planner, professional. So I enjoy helping people think through money issues and how ministry or ministry impacts money and money impacts ministry. For 33 years, I worked for the MMBB, the Ministers and Missionaries Benefit Board of the American Baptist Churches. I retired 2 years ago as the Director of Financial Wellness Ministries. In retirement for the last 2 years, I've worked as on the pastoral staff of two churches in Seattle, as well as continue to do some financial wellness work and financial planning. So I think that, and I have two dogs, two one-year-old puppies. They drive me crazy and they bring incredible joy to my life.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so I have invited you here today to talk about money and financial planning. But the whole series is very oriented towards like mental health and mental wellness. How are you taking care of yourself? And I feel like our mental health is related to so many things, including like finances and money management, and if you have enough to sustain yourself. So I'm really, thank you again for accepting the invitation to come and talk to us, me and all of us, about this. But to start off, I'm very curious about any practices or rituals or resources that are helpful for you in terms of like mental wellness and just well-being in general. Like, what are some things that you pay attention to that are helpful for you?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for asking that. Probably the most important thing that I do for myself is exercise. I like going to the gym, and that gets me out of the house. I'm there for me to work on my body, to work on my spirit. I can pray while I'm on a treadmill. I can sing praise songs while I'm on the elliptical. So that's my time to work on me. If I can't go to the gym or don't go to the gym, I walk my dogs, which is not nearly as relaxing because generally they're pulling at me. But that gets me out of the house. It gets me in the neighborhood, gets me outside breathing air. So that's important as well. I like candles, and I do some meditation and breathing. So those are probably the things that I do. And I was going to say, I try to live a stress-free life, but in this era of a pandemic, that's really challenging to do. But at least one of the things I don't have to worry about is managing money, because I know that's a stressor in many lives, and particularly clergy lives, those that are in seminary. That's one of the things that can keep somebody awake at night, is worrying about how to pay the bills, or where's the money going to come from to either go to school or to pay off student debt, or to buy groceries. And right now, the gas prices in this country are really, really high. Mm-hmm. So where do you get the money for the next tank of gas? So I have been able to put some money management strategies in place so that that's not a stressor that I have to live with. And I am grateful.
Well, that's good. And now you're just like keying us right into the conversation that we need to have. So just for anybody just starting out who has, well, I don't want to say no information or has limited information about just what it even means to manage money or identify sources of income and all of that. What are some of the first things that come to mind for you for educating somebody?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that's a very good question. And I would say one of the first things is to know how much money is coming in the house and knowing where your money's going. I find these days it's so easy to spend money. I mean, I can buy something just with my smartwatch. I don't need a credit card. I don't need to write a check. I just press some buttons on my watch. Other people, you can put a phone out. And so it's really easy. We do lots of shopping online. How many times does the Amazon people come to your house in a month? So it's really easy to spend money these days. So probably one of the first things is to figure out where is your money going? How much is coming in? Where is it going? And once you get a handle on that, asking yourself the question, so where would you like it to go? How could you feel better if you had money going where you want it instead of just all of a sudden realizing at the end of the month there's no more money until payday? So how much is coming in? Where's it going? Where would you like it to go? If you have those, starting with those kinds of questions, that might help you build in a budget, figure out a budget. So if you know that you want 10% of the money that comes in going to your savings account immediately, and you're thinking about that, well, you can have some automatic savings. If you know you want another 10% being saved for retirement, you can build that in for automatic savings on a job. If you want to reduce if you realize as you're looking at your finances that $100 a week is going to Starbucks, you can make some changes once you know. But if you don't know, then the money just keeps going out. But if you decide that, $100 a month to the Starbucks is just way too much, let's see if I can get that down to $25. Then you can work. You have a goal and you can work. Another thing with finances is having a goal. There's so much to say. Having a goal. If you don't have a goal, it's really hard to figure out why keep doing this. Why even get your house in order, your financial house in order. But if you have a goal, either you want to get out of debt, you want to go on this wonderful vacation that you've always imagined. If somebody's getting married and they want to plan for the wedding and they need so much money, if they want to pay for children's education, plan for retirement. If you have a goal, they can be short-term goals and long-term goals. Then you have a reason why to get a hold of your money and to get your financial house in order and to stay on track. But if you don't have a goal, it's kind of hard to just keep doing it just because. With financial management and financial wellness, we all kind of have an idea about what to do, but we need a why. What's your why? When you're managing money. Another really important thing is the cornerstone of financial wellness is having an emergency fund. We don't know what the emergency is going to be that we're going to need a chunk of money. We don't know what it's going to be. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we do know it will happen. So if there's enough money to pay whatever it is for that emergency, and you have it in savings, you can pay for it without putting it on a credit card or having to pay for it over time. I had a tire blow on my car a couple months back and was told, nope, they can't replace just one tire. they have to replace all 4. So that was, well over $1,000 that I hadn't budgeted in, but I had it in savings, so I didn't have to worry about it. But for those kinds of emergencies, they're going to happen. Another friend of mine had to have a sewer line replaced. That cost $30,000. I mean, that's a huge chunk of money. Most people may not have that kind of money in savings, but she did. And so she could write the check to get the sewer or her line that connects to the sewer to get that replaced and not have to go into debt in order to do it. So we know emergencies are going to come. We just don't know when or where, but it's really important that we plan by having an emergency fund.
Yeah, thank you for that.